All right, now I'm muting everybody out. Everybody's getting muted. Mute all. Um, all right, cool. All right, guys. So what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, the market moved big last night in the Asian session. That was pretty cool. Had a couple fake outs and stuff, and not really fake outs. It just pulled outside the value area high, and then it just came right back into that value area, and I caught the sell, and then it just reversed and just totally just discovered new highs. Asian was crazy yesterday. But yeah, so let's see what we got right now. Um, because Asian is done with. It is gone. So we're trading above the overnight value highs, which is good. Um, and we're trading way higher than yesterday's cash session, which is, you know, which was expected once we got that um I already prayed already before you got on. Um um but thanks for reminding me. Um I lost my train of thought. But yeah. Asian session's done, one and done is gone. So now we're looking to see what's gonna happen in today's session. So just looking at the tape right now, we're trading right at the POC, the dynamic POC, which is here. We're trading above VWAP, which is here. But we need to see what price is gonna do, right? We need to see what price is gonna do. Price has got to give me some context for me to decide that I want to hit the buy or sell button. Um, and what I would really like to see, I mean, I'm looking for buys, period. But what I really want to see, I need to see some more context on this volume profile. It's not really developed enough yet. For me to really be trying to, trade off of it. It's really good to give it 15 minutes. But sometimes, hey, it is what it is. Let me make sure I've got the settings right. Um, yeah. So, yep. So we'll see kind of what happens. But I'm looking for buys right now. I'm not looking for sales, not really, not unless I see some adjustments taking place. So right now I am just looking at um um give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 29,500. 29,500 is right here. That is an area of interest right there. It's 29,500. 29,500 could be targets. 29,500 could be targets, but I don't know just yet until um we see something. So we got uh sell side liquidity there. But if we break above this level here, we could see a good trade, period, man. Like a really nice little trade to the upside. I'm just getting the buy stop on there, just getting it on there. But I'm watching, but I'm looking for a nice trade. I want to see if we can get above 450. 450 is actually right here. So that's definitely not finna fly. All right, so 450 there. Let me see. All right, cool. Um, yeah, 450 is not gonna really be a good level. So 450 could kind of get you messed up. It's a possibility. It might blow straight through it, but then again, what happens if it doesn't? So I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna look for buys over 450. I'm gonna look for buys over 450. This buy stop, it's set, but I just really want to see how we get a reaction off 450 first. But I've got it set at 458. I've got it set at 458. It's set at 458. All right. So we're gonna see if we're gonna push up into that area. Um, if it's gonna trigger me in at 458, 29, 458. Um, um, yeah, so we'll see. And if I don't like it, I'll pull it. Um, but I would do something like this, and I would have stops probably like, ooh, this trade would probably be like a 1-to-1 on stops on this one. It'd probably be like a 1-to-1 because you're not gonna get really, really, really great stops right this minute. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. See, I told you guys that 50, see how that 50 gave you that rejection? That 50 had rejection. That's why I put my buy stop over 50 because you had sell side resting at 50. Um which probably really in hindsight, it probably really would have been a good trade because you fell right off the value area high. So it wicked up over the value area high, and then it just started to drop. So we could see a move back down into the mean reversion, which is right here. We could, but we'll see. We're in the value area right now, so I mean, I'm still looking for buys. I'm not like I'm looking for sales, so it's not like this is invalid. Not as of now, not for me anyway. Um, we're just gonna wait and see. We're just gonna wait and see what we get and see if we're gonna rotate lower or see if we're gonna trade higher. But patience is the name of the game. And if you want to trade, you better have some. If you don't, your day is coming. I'll tell you that now. Your day is coming. You're going to get cooked. You got to wait for the right setups. And if you take a good setup and you still lose, it's not a big deal. That's what risk management is for. You're not going to win every trade, guys. If you think you are, you're in the wrong business. Get out and go do something else because you're not. You're not going to win every trade, right? You're just not. It's not going to happen. So, yeah, let's see if we can get some volume coming up into this area. And let's see if price is gonna trigger us in, or if price is gonna just continue doing some willy-nilly. Right now, we don't really have a lot of volume, not right this second. So, yeah, we need some volume to come in. That's what we need. We need some volume, some heavy volume to come in. All right, so now I'm getting some better context. I'm getting some better context. All right, it just wicked me in. It just wicked me in. It just wicked me in. So, you know, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with this. And if I don't like a trade, then I will close it. I will close it. In the middle of it, I will close it. I won't wait for it to get to 172 to close. I'm not gonna do that. And I wouldn't encourage you to too. You let your winners run and then you cut your losers. If you see a trade that was looking like a winner and it decides it wants to lose, or it looks like it's going to turn into a losing trade, then you cut the trade. Cut the trade. Don't sit there and wait on it. Do not sit there and wait on it. So we'll see. I mean, I really think we're gonna trade higher, but I gotta see some better stuff. I don't like the way this looks. I don't like the way this looks. I'm gonna close it. I just don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it's rotating. So I'm gonna wait again and see if we can get back up into this area and then revisit this trade for the upside. because we could very well trade back down to this mean reversion, which is the POC. And I just don't want to risk that. I do not want to risk it. So I will just hang out and just wait and wait until I see something a little bit different. And we're coming back up. We are coming back up. I don't know where this buy stop is set. Okay. All right. So we'll see. I kind of want this trade is, I'm gonna hang out for a minute. I'm gonna hang out for a minute because we're sitting at this value area low. I mean, this value area high. We're not getting any volume to take us higher. We're not getting any volume to push us up. And you look at the tape, we're trading above PLC, we're trading above VWAP, which is cool, but I don't have any volume, right? And I just got out of this trade just playing it safe, but this trade could easily fall to the downside, right? It could. And I'm just not, I don't want to deal with that. I do not want to deal with that. So I need to see this area. I need to see something happen with this area before I just decide that I just want to just be all in on this one. So I'm looking at, you still got 500. 500 is definitely going to be your targets, but if it starts creeping up to 500, like just like doing this type of stuff, then I'm probably not going to take it because price is going to get closer and closer and closer to 500. It's going to close in my profit gaps. And I don't want to close in my profit gaps, right? I don't want my profit gap to go from a potential 100 and what is this? 45 to 85. Like that sucks. Like I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just gonna wait. There you go. There was the move. Give me 1 second. All right. Right up to 500. Boom, that was cool, but I wasn't in it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that was a good trade, good trade, right up to 500. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna see what price is gonna give me, uh, where I'm just comfortable with taking. I don't see anything to the upside. Let me see what I see to the downside. Um, 20, 29 200, 29 200. Oh gosh, that's a long ways away. So I'm not really going to be concerned about 29 200, but I will still put it on the board just to put it. Um, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So let me see those let me see what happened to 500. Yeah, 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 yeah. So 500 got tagged. And we need to see if those sellers are gonna make any money because right now they got tagged. They're in, but I don't see anything going on with them. Now they're starting to do something. They are starting to do something. So let's see if those sellers can get paid. Let's see if those sellers can make some money. So if the market starts dropping, then those sellers from 500 made some money because on the tape, they're in. On the tape, they're in. There's 500, they're in. So let's see if they make some money. Um, gosh, wow, wow, wow. That's insane. Um, Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute so I can see something. All right. All right. All right. All right. So we're gonna have to just wait and see what happens. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Ronald, glad you're back. We missed you yesterday. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, let's see what we get. Let's see what happens. As of right now, I'm just hanging. I'm just hanging. I'm just hanging. I need to see a break through 500, and then a break up to 600. A break up to 600. That's where that's would be a good target would probably be 600. That's going to be your next best bet. Um, yeah. That's going to be your next best target is going to be 600. If we fall to the downside, then I mean, heck, you're going to be at where you're going to be probably at like 29,250, which is like way down here, man. So I wouldn't even be concerned about that right now. That's a long ways away. Price would have to just dump and dump and dump to get down to that level for you to take that trade. I mean, for you to be looking to take that trade for the sell off because it wouldn't even be I wouldn't even look at it until I got below this valve right here. I wouldn't even be looking at it. So it could fall from here to here and I still wouldn't be looking at it, right? I still would be looking for buys. Now, once it breaks its value area low and then gives me some context, then I'll start to look for something like, to the downside, right? But as of right now, nah, I'm not. But it fell off 500, which is good, which is cool. Um, but it's most likely it's just going to be a retracement. So you don't really know how long it's going to last. You could get a sell off right down into here, which you could, but then it could start buying up too. So you just need to be careful, man. You need to be careful right now and just be chilling. But um it's definitely kind of giving you some context that you could trade down about right here. But the minute those sellers start dying out, price is going to start pulling back to the upside. That's why I'm not in that trade because I want to wait and see, right? I want to wait and see if price is going to get down to that area and then and give me a reaction, or if price is just going to get halfway there and go back up. I don't be having FOMO, guys. Like some of y'all probably be getting FOMO. Y'all see this, y'all be, oh my gosh, we're missing money. We're missing money. Bro, if you get FOMO, you're gonna lose way more than you win. You might miss a trade and you might say, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss it. And you get in it, and then you might win that time. The next time you go and do that, you lose. And then you keep doing it, you're gonna lose way more time than you gonna win. So FOMO does not pay no bills. Don't get excited because you see the trade going down. You're like, oh my gosh, I can get in on a sell or a buy, right? That's not how trading works. It's not how trading works, right? You need to build some good context and then you take a trade. Then if you lose, you don't feel bad. If you follow all your rules and you lose, it does not matter. That is a part of the game. But if you break your rules and then you lose, then because you did something stupid, then that's on you. I've done it a gazillion times, but I try not to do it. right? I'm not telling you I've never done it. I have done it. That's why I know it's something that you need to stay away from. So you wait until you see the trade giving you something that, that you can trade, and then you take the trade. And then if you take a loss, then who cares? That's why you use risk management, right? It's just you can't be married to these trades. That's why I say you got to say who cares. You cannot be married to any of these trades. You got to be real in it. That's just why, like that, the one that I cut, it turned out to be a winner, but it was shaping up where I just didn't like it. So I'm not married to it. I'll cut it. I'll just cut it, right? I'll take a small loss and just won't even worry about it. Right? And then look for um a different trade setup that where I can see where it looks like it's going to give me what I need. So you just can't be married to these trades. And sometimes you're gonna be in a good winner and you want to hold out for the big boy, and you just need to just not be married to it and cut it. And sometimes it'll be like what just happened. Like you'll just say, the trade's not, it's just not formulating the way I thought. I'm just gonna cut it. So, these are exact. Well, this is real. We're trading live, real live. Everything I do is recorded. So it's not like fake. It's recorded. So how I act in real market conditions is how I act in real market conditions, right? So trust me, you will experience the same thing if you keep trading every day. You will, you will, you will. So let's see if what we're gonna get. We're trading right now, right here at the at POC. So, this is where the market has found value at, which is right here. So the market finds value, that's the most heavily traded area, which you can see, you can see this area is heavily traded. So just looking at the tape, we're sitting right there at basically at the point of control on the tape, right? At the point of control on the tape. Right at it. So what's the level of the point of control on the tape? 29,449. 29,449. That's what it's at on the tape. What is it here? These sometimes they're different. Oh, in this case, they're not. They're basically the same. That's good. That's good because a lot of times they're different on TradingView, and then the tape is different. I'm going to definitely say that the tape is going to be more accurate than TradingView for sure because the tape is really monitoring order flow, and this is order flow, but this is calculated in ticks. It's not like volume, 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 volume. It is, but it's not. It's just a little different. So it could be a little off. But anyway, so yeah, if we get above this level right here, above five, let me check 500. Oh gosh, wow. 500's got some more sell side added. We need to trade above 500. We need to trade above 500, and we need to get above this medium volume node right here for me to look for buys, right? And then for me to look for sells, I would probably need to be below. I don't even know if I would trade in this range, but I would definitely need to be below this high volume node right here. I definitely need to be outside of that high volume node for sure. So price is trapped right there at the POC. But for me to buy, I need to be somewhere up in here, and for me to sell, then even looking for some sells, I probably need to be below this value area. I'm probably not going to trade this area here, because it could be dangerous. It could be dangerous. It's a nice tick move though, but it could be dangerous. Um, Mikhail got 124. I see it. He got in on that. He stayed in on that sale. I mean, on that buy that I got out of, and he got 124 ticks. It ended up being a great trade, which was good. I just didn't want to stay in it. So, but I'm glad that he made money off of it because it went straight to that target. So let's see if we can get. I think we're gonna get. Oh man, some stuff has happened. Hold on, let me look at this tape. Give me 1 second. 530. Sheesh. 530. You're gonna need to watch out for 530, guys. 530. Right? 530. 530. 530. Prices, I think prices, not I think, but I believe that I think price is going to give you a really good upside move, but I think you're going to have to wait on it for a little bit. You're going to have to wait on it for a little bit, but I don't think it's really going to just drop to the downside. I don't think we're going to see this. We could. I mean, there's always a possibility that we could, but I think we're going to see a more of an upside move than a downside move. But at this point, like you could get probably like a decent. Nah, you can't. No, you can't. You can't. It's not going to be a good, decent stop. I need to see price pull above this node right here. I need to see price pull above that node, which is at 500, which is where we have um uh uh sell side liquidity resting, and we got it at 600 too. So we got a little space between here and here, but we don't have hardly no space between here and here. It's not a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to trade this area in here on a buy. I probably would wait for this area here on a buy because it's just, if it willy-nillys, then you're going to be in that drawdown and you'll be in it. You'll probably be in it for a while. And you're not going to want to be. So, and it's just, I'm not going to try to sell from this area to that area. I'm not going to try to sell that because right now we're trading, we're trading just above the value area high, right? And you probably could, I wouldn't do it just because I can see what's above here. I wouldn't do it, but if you didn't have the tape, then you probably would take this buy and put your stop loss right here. All right, so we just got through let me look. We just got through 500, but then at 530, you got another issue. We're coming up on 530. So if we can get through 530, then that's where I would probably look to take something. Let me see something. This would be a risky trade, but it would be like if you took a trade here and put your stop loss right here, and then you targeted this area right here. It would be a risky trade, but you know, you could definitely you could potentially get it, but your stop loss is going to need to be right here, right? I'm gonna take that trade, and I'm gonna see if I can target this. And then I'm gonna see I would put my stop loss right about here, and then just see if I can if we can rotate up into 600. Now I don't have to get 342 ticks, guys. Don't flip. So let me just get if I can get somewhere into that area, I probably would be happy. But I'm gonna need some volume that's gonna take me up to that area. That's what I'm going to need, some volume to take me up into that area. If we get some volume, then I'm going to be targeting 600. I'm going to be targeting 600. Um, that's what I'm going to be targeting. It's 600. I can't move my stops into profit right now because it's too close. If you move your stops into profit, you're going to get you're probably going to get taken out, and you're just it's not going to be a good look. It's not going to be a good look. It's not going to be a good look for you. You're going to have to let your trade breathe to be able to potentially give you a good, decent buy. So looking at the tape, there's the tape. All right. We're up like 45, 38. We need to get above 530. Give me 1 second. So 550, that's really where your target should be. I would just say 550. I would say 550 would be your first target. I would say 550 would be my first target. And then that would be my first target. And then my second target would probably be like 600. Um, so you're in profit now. You're in profit now. You can move your deal to a break even if you want, but if it starts pulling back, it could take you out. Yeah, see, it took me out. Took me out. So you just gonna have to, it took me out. So you're just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to wait again for another entry. But these targets will still be good. But yeah, so once you get to a nice bit of profits, then you need to move your stops into break even, right? You're gonna need to move your stops into break even. But you can't do it when you're at 10, 12, 13 ticks because price is just gonna be price and it's just gonna take you out, right? So yeah, so we'll see. Look for another entry. At least I didn't lose anything, which is good. And as long as you get when you're up like 65, you need to go on and start to secure some you need to secure that profit so you don't lose, right? Or just go to break even. It's not going to really be any profit, but it'll be break even. And always make sure you count your contracts. You know how much it costs to get inside a trade and get out. So therefore, you move your stops just above your entry so you can account for your fees, right? So let's see if we're gonna come back down into this area and test this area and then give us a move back up to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. So, but we'll see if that's what we're gonna get. We'll see if that's what we're gonna get. So it's 9:10 a.m. 9:10 a.m. CST. Let's see. We don't really have anything. 550, yeah, we still do at 550. And then 600 is going to be a good target. And oh, you know what? We had what you call it at 10 o'clock. I forgot about it, news, but it obviously didn't do a whole lot. But that wasn't really some big news that I was worried about. The big news that you're going to be worried about, I think, is later on in the week, but I don't even know. I don't even know what time it is. You have to, I usually don't even look at that until like in the mornings. Or I'll look at like like earlier, and then I'll know. I'll say, oh, okay, well, today I probably ain't really got to worry about it, but tomorrow I'll probably sell. Yeah, see, that's not really going to give you a whole lot right there. It's not really going to give you enough ticks. So the only way that this is really going to give you a phenomenal trade, and I still think it can, is if you blow through 500. If you get through 500, I mean 550, and then trade on up to 600. And I think you're gonna get it. I really, really do. You're probably gonna have a wide stop loss on that. You're probably gonna have to have a wide stop loss on that. But I just don't know what 500, 550 is gonna give you. Like 550 could give you one of these moves, right? So if you want to take a chance, you can. You just need to be very careful. You need to be very careful. The safer trade is going to be above 550. But if the more aggressive trade is going to be like getting in now, right? And just hanging out and waiting and then putting your stop about right here, which you could very well do. It just depends on what you want to do. I probably would have my stops probably right, it probably would be right here, period. Period. But we really need to trade above 550, man. We really need to trade above 550. We really need to trade above 550. That's why that's right there is why I didn't want to take no market execution because of this right here. But let's see if we get back down into these areas here. Um, I want to see if price is gonna get back down in here. I don't think it would, but I mean it could. It definitely could. So, but that's been our stopping point right there. That's been our stopping point right there. I'm definitely not looking for price to trade below this value area right here, that value area high. I'm not looking for that. If it does, I'd be shocked. But I've been shocked before. So, you know, so price could easily, start to want to trade lower back down into that value area high. And that's why I'm not really doing anything. And 487 is where your POC is on the tape. But I really think that we're going to get this move up to 600. Same thing happened yesterday. We got a nice win. And then yesterday I said, hey, price is going to go up to, let's just say it was 600 throughout the day. Price tagged 600 to a T. Same thing same thing in Asian session. I dropped a video last night in Asian session. I called out 900 targets or whatever the targets were. Price went straight to it and then rejected, and then price just rotated higher, traded higher for the rest of the night. So these levels that I mark up are very, 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 very accurate. It's just I don't like to sit in drawdown for no long time. Like I don't like that. I don't like that. I will cut a trade and be fine with the loss and chill and just be able to sit there and just be cool until price really shows me what it's gonna do versus just sitting in drawdown and just like I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. I like to know my outcome and because if I take a loss, I can make it back, right? I can make it back on another, on a good setup, especially if it's something that I just exited because I didn't think it was good. So let's see if we're gonna get above we're still gonna see if we're gonna get above this 500, man. I mean 550. The tape is very quiet, guys. It's very quiet. Don't think you're missing nothing because you're not. When you look at the tape, you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. It's very, very quiet right now. Right? Very quiet right now. um I am missing something. Um, I am missing something. Configure add-ons. Um, Market Pulse. I'll have to get it later. Yeah, price is not really giving you anything. So there's nothing for me to trade. So that's why that's why I'm sitting here. There is nothing for me to trade. Um, Nothing for me to trade. Nothing, 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 nothing. Nothing for me to trade. See how it's just willy-nilly, but it's not breaking that value area low. I mean, that value area high. So that's good. And it has not broke this high volume node yet either. So that is good, right? Now it is. Let's see if we get a close below it though. Let's see if we can get a close below that node. We are not getting a close below that. It's just willy-nilly in this area right here, guys. Willy-nilly in this area right here. Willy-nilly. We're gonna get a setup. We're gonna get a setup. We're gonna get a setup. Um, Hold on, guys. I gotta check these messages. Ain't nothing going on anyway, so you're not missing nothing. You are not missing anything. All right. All right. Now we're up under that node. Now let's see if we can get break below this node here. Now it looks like it looks like we're coming up on the POC on the tape. We're right at the POC on the tape. Right at the POC on the tape. Let's see how many seconds we got. We got 30 seconds on this candle. This could give you a nice little move to the downside, but we're gonna see. We need to get below the POC on the tape. I want to get below the POC on the tape. The POC on the tape is sitting at 46. 46, which is right here. Right here. It's where the POC is on the tape. On the tape, it's 46, right? So let's see if we can get a move. Let's see if we can get a move, man. See if we can get a move. We could see a nice little move to the downside, but we really need to get past this node right here. We really need to get past that node. You really want to get past that node, but you could get it. I mean, you could get it. You could get it. You could get it. So you might could get a move like this, potentially. It's not a lot though. It's not a lot. It's not really giving you a lot, right? So it's not really giving you a lot. It's not. And there's no good volume right now. Um yeah. Yeah. There's no good volume right now. So let's just see. We just gonna have to wait, guys. Just gonna have to wait. Just gonna have to wait. Just gonna have to wait. Who is iPad 8? Who is iPad 8? I have no clue who you are. Who's iPad 8? You can unmute yourself real quick and just say who you are. iPad 8. That's what it says on the Zoom. iPad 8. iPad 8. Please let me know who you are because I will delete you out of the chat if I don't know who it is. Just tell me who you are so I'll know. All right, so we're getting to move to the downside. We're getting to move to the downside. We're right at the point of control. We're right at the point of control. We're right at the point of control. Um, Still no follow through. No follow through. The sellers just cannot, they couldn't follow through. See, that FOMO would have had you on a losing trade. That FOMO would have had you on a losing trade. And it would bounce right back up. There's no follow through. The sellers are not getting any follow through. They're not able to penetrate through this node. They're not able to penetrate through this node. Um, yep. So that's why I haven't taken a sell. That's why I have not taken a sell because I got this area right here where price needs to penetrate. If price does not penetrate through that area, then I'm not jumping in. All right, iPad 8, you're going to need to say something. iPad 8, you're going to need to say something. All right, guys, we're trying to
Yeah,
come into
she
it
posted it
again.
in the chat, just Alton.
Okay, all right.
She posted her
All
name in
right,
the
all right.
chat.
I got it. Got it. Thank you. All right, we're coming back down to this area. We're coming back down to this area. Coming back down to this area. Coming back down to this area. It likes this area, but it hasn't broken this area, right? It just keeps coming back to it, but you just get rejection, and the sellers cannot gain any control. They can't gain control, and they can't get follow through, and they can't push the market lower. So because we can't push the market lower, it's telling me that, I'm not looking for sales just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet, guys. Not just yet. So some days, we be here for a minute. Some days we don't. Price is always going to do what it wants to do, and it's just going to do what it wants to do. So the only thing that we can do is react. All right, let's see if we're going to take out 550. Let's see if we're going to take out 550. Let's see if we're going to get above this value area high, and we're going to take out 550. That's what I want to see. 550, we're at 550. We're coming up on 550. We're coming up on 550, 29, 550. Coming up on 550. Coming up on 550. We have not hit 550 yet. If we get above 550, I'm definitely looking for buys for sure. But I don't want to buy into 550. I don't want to buy into 550 because this could come all the way back down, right? And I don't want to get trapped in that. I don't want to get trapped in that. So, don't want to get trapped. Coming up on 550. I'm going to just get this ready just in case it's just there as a placeholder, just in case I want to use it. It's just there just in case. So if I see something, I can just boom, pull it where I want to pull it. But I want to see 550. But I think we're gonna get 550 though. I really, really, really do. But I'd hate to see price come to 550 and then just pop up and then just crush me. So 550, 550 is that's where you don't want to be. right? You don't want to be at 550. And you could sell, but you just don't really know, you know? You just don't know. All right, it took me in at 554. It took me in at five, whatever that where it took put me in at 555, 557, something like that. That's where it put me in at. This is just going to be a one-to-one trade. It's just going to be a one-to-one trade. Excuse me. It's just going to be a one-to-one trade. A little more than one-to-one, but that's not even worth talking about. 65 and 74 is not even worth discussing. That's just a one-to-one, basically. So that's where I'm at right now. That is where I'm at right now. And hopefully these buyers can start to really start to give us some good moves, right? We want to get up to close to like 600. That's what we want to get to. It's close to 600. You're gonna have to wait though. You're just gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait because we don't have any good volume right now. Nothing. Nothing that's like just like boom, 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 taking us where we want to go. We just don't have it. So when it's like that, it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow. It's just what it is. It is going to be slow. How many seconds on this candle? 18, 18, 18 seconds. How many seconds? 3 seconds left on that candle. Excuse me. Just waiting to see what price is gonna do. Price can only do two things. It's either gonna take you to your take profit or it's gonna hit your stop loss. That's it. It ain't gonna do nothing else. It's not gonna do nothing else. This trade doesn't give me what I want to see, then yeah, I'm not taking no more. Oh, we're at it. There's that POC. It just hit POC. So we need to see a reaction to the upside. That's what we need to see. We don't need to see no reaction to the downside. That POC saved us. It just rotated. It's right there. That POC saved us. That was good. Now let's see if we can start really trading higher at this point. All right, let's see. We're up 24. This trade has been crazy. So if you want to move your stops into profit, I mean into break even, then you can. I mean, I would not blame you. Ordinarily, I would not, but I mean, I wouldn't blame you because price has just been. See, I was about to, and I about got jacked up. I couldn't even get to it. I would not blame you if you wanted to. So, yeah, you're just gonna have to just kind of wait. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait it out and see what we get and see if we can continue this move to the upside. Um, yeah. See, that's just what happens. Like sometimes some days you just don't really have volume, and then you just get this willy-nilly, and it's just gonna do this, right? Until you get some volume that's either gonna take you to your stop loss or to your take profit. That's just what's gonna happen. That's just what happens in these markets. That's just what happens. So you just have to, some days it's like this, you know? You just kind of gotta just be like, well, you gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with it. You got to deal with it. 29 seconds left on this candle. 29 seconds left on this candle. 29 seconds left on that candle. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. There are just no buyers coming in right now. They're just not in. It's just right in this area. And it's just not giving it to you. It's not giving it to you. You need some buyers to come in and push price higher and really, really, really be able to absorb these sellers and stay in control and then just move price up deep. That's what we need, and that's what we're not getting. And that's why you're just getting this willy-nilly right in here, because we don't have that right now. So, I mean, you know, it just is what it is. There's nothing we can do until something else happens in the market. We need that. We need that push. We need a good push. That's what we need. And if I don't want to wait on it, I will just exit. I will exit. I'll exit in a minute. I will exit in a minute. If I don't start getting no volume, I'll just exit. That's why I told you guys when you guys got into that profit, you want to move your stop to break even, feel free because the market is just kind of just playing with you right now. It's just playing with you. You got 35 seconds left on this candle, 35 seconds left on this candle, 35 seconds left on this candle, 24. The market is just playing. It's not giving me anything. You got 12 seconds left. 12 seconds left. It doesn't give it to me in a minute. I'm just gonna close this one because I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it. It's not giving me what I want. It's staying right here at this POC. The POC is right here. It's not breaking below it. It just broke below it. It just broke below it. POC is right on this line right here. It just broke below that POC. Just broke below that POC. Just broke below that POC. Just broke below it. And then see, it doesn't want to, it's not pushing It's not pushing below this node right here. So you got a high volume node that's resting right here. High volume node right here. Price is not breaking that high volume node. It's not breaking through it. But price is just willy-nilly and it's not giving you anything. It's not giving you anything. That was weird. It happens. But that wouldn't have give you that wouldn't have done nothing. It just wicked up and tanked right back down. So, I mean, that wouldn't have really done anything for you because your targets are up here. All right, we're coming down into this area again. Coming down into this area again. Price is coming down into this area again. But you still got, I mean, you still to break through this area, I mean, you got to get through a lot. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, none of them even matter right now. Zero matter. All right. We've been getting just wicks right in here and then pushing back up and not really giving us anything. So we'll see um what we get. So I see you caught 52 off of something, Sylvia. It must have been off of that buy and you just got out real quick. Yeah, you need to, yeah. That buy is just I mean it's just it's just that buy is just it's not giving us anything over this area. So you just kindly gotta wait until it really gives you some really a good move and just not giving it to us. It's not giving it to us. And this is good because now you get to see that every day is not cake. Like every day is not cake. Most days that we trade, it's cake. It's easy, it's cake. We win, we're on and we're off. But some days when you get a lot of this, you get a lot of this, then it's not cake. It gets harder and it's harder to try to find setups, right? Because it would look like you would trade off of this value area high because that's where price is deemed expensive. And when price is deemed expensive, it'll fall, right? But as you can see, price has not broken this area right here. Right? So let's look and see where that what you call it is at because I can't see it right now. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's right where price is at. I see it. Your point of control is right where price is at. It's right where this black line is, right here. So this line needs to come off because that's not, we don't need that anymore. Remove. Right? So, I mean, you could say you could sell, but price is not in a sell right now. So if you take a sell, you're probably going to get stopped out because price is just in this point of control area right here, and it's just not it's not it's not a good area to be trading. And you just end up just closing your trades early. It's like you just like, man, you just close them early. Now, if you're set and forget it trader, then yeah, I guess you'd probably still be in it, but I don't really subscribe to that. Not on futures. Now, maybe if you were trading Forex, then maybe so, but not on futures. I wouldn't be doing that. So that's what's going on the tape. So I don't want you to think you're missing something. He's holding back. There ain't nothing going on. 600, 600, 600, 600. Point of control, um, a volume profile. I'm not volume profile. I'm tripping. POC right here. Session volume profile right here. VWAP right here. Nothing, 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 nothing. I'm gonna give it probably about, I don't know, it's 9:43. I'm gonna give it about, uh, I don't know, maybe about 15 more minutes or so and see because um right now I'm just not not getting anything. Not getting anything. Not getting anything. Not getting none good. So we're coming back up to 550. Do we have anything at 550? Oh, we're above 550. So no, we don't. There's nothing at 550. So we remove this, take this off. Take that off. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Ronald, I see you shaking your head. This price action is just ugly today, man. Ugly, ugly, ugly. As it got later. Now early it was good. But right now it's just willy-nilly. And see, willy-nilly will cause you to either lose a trade or just cause you to exit a trade because you can't you can't get anything. You just cannot get anything. And this is what we got. Some ugly, ugly, ugly price action. Nobody's in control. That's who's in control. Nobody. Nobody. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Let me see what level this is. Tape's got POC at 531. Where are we at here? Basically the same. Yeah, they're the same. 531. Yeah, they're about the same. I mean, I still think we're gonna get a move to the upside, but you just don't know when. And when you don't know when, you run the risk of, getting jacked up. You run the risk of getting jacked up. So market is just choppy, 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 choppy. Choppy, choppy, choppy. So I'll be on here for a little while longer, and if it doesn't show me anything, then I'm just gonna get off because I'm not gonna sit here all day and just wait for a setup. I'm not gonna do that. I'll be on here for a little while longer and see if we can get above these areas over here, over this value area high. But I mean, and see if we can get something to give me some kind of context. But right now, we've really just been getting up into this area right here, and then we just been selling like down into here, and just it just hasn't really been giving us anything outside of this little range right here. Outside of this little box, we ain't really got anything. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing. I see you shaking your head, Ronald. Nothing. Yeah. There's nothing. And you can't really trade these conditions. You know what I mean? You can't. You can't trade these conditions because like I say, what'll happen is you'll take trades and then you'll just lose just because price is just moving, and then it'll make you think that you suck because you took a loss and you really didn't. Price is just not moving for you to be able to go anywhere, right? And then it's just going to be price is just going to be being price, and where it finds fair value at is just where it's going to consolidate at. And then you're going to be in that trade and you're just going to be consolidating with it. So until it decides that it wants to, um, seek out higher prices or trade lower or something like that, then you're just going to be stuck in the middle of that. And that's never, never any fun. Never any fun. Never, never any fun. So let me see what's going on. Let me go to CNBC. Oh, they're on commercial break. I'm gonna say, let me see what's going on. There's nothing. And there's no news, nothing like that. Um, I mean, we hadn't had a Ronald, we hadn't had a day like this in sheesh. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's been a couple months. Couple months. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. But at least you guys get to see what the real market does, you know? All of this, you cannot make money on none of this. You make money on stuff like this. That's what you make money on. You can't make money on this. Cannot. All right, we're coming down. We're trying to trade lower, but it's still in that box. It's still in that box. It's still in this box. It's still in this box. That's the box that it's in right now. It's just not doing anything. It's in that box. Where is six? Okay, yeah. 600 never got tagged. 600 never got tagged. I wish it would do something. Like show us something. Like I don't care what it does at this point. Just do something so we could see what's up. So we are trying to push lower volume by tick. That's what this little indicator does on the tape. It just shows you volume by tick. But it's not something that you take in isolation. You don't just when this turns red, you sell. When it turns green, you buy it. It doesn't work that way. It's just something for you to look at so you can see who's in control at that, see what kind of volume you got by tick at that moment. And it's because you can see if you would have sold, what would have happened. You'd have got jacked. You got jacked. And then you would hear that boom, 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 boom. You're like, sell, sell, sell. And then price buys, buys, buys. You're cooked. So Maybe we'll get above this. Maybe we'll get above this val, off this candle. Maybe. I mean, at this point, we just hoping and wishing that we can get above this value area high, right? That's what you got. That's what you got on the tape. Market sucks right now, guys. Market sucks right now. Just literally sucks right now. There's nothing for me to do. Trading right at the POC. We're well above VWAP. The session volume profile is on a right at a high volume node where price is right now at 540. If you look right, you see where it says SVP, the green and the orange. It's trading, it's right there in a high volume node. But price can't break it, and prices can't break that POC either. It's not breaking below it, right? So in order to look for some sales, you need to see, let me move this out of the way. You need to see price, you need to see price come down like into this area. You need to see price come down into this area. Because right here, if you look, you got this node right here. You got a big node right here, right? So you can't really do anything. That's why right now price just sucks. It's just even if you look at it right here, you can see all these trends. These are all completed transactions on the book. You just see it's just back and forth. That was that one spike that spiked up, but other than that, that is that's basically all you got. That's all you got. So I wait a little while longer, and then if I don't get anything, then this session is gonna be done. I'm gonna close it because I can't. I'm not taking trades just to be taking trades for fun. I'm taking trades because I want to get the win. But if I can't get a win because the market's not giving me anything good, then there's no point in me being here. We're back into that same area, guys. We're back into that same area. That same area. We're in that same area. Same area. Same area. Same area. Let's see what's gonna happen. We're in that same area. Let's see if we're gonna get a little drop lower. Nope. Nope. We're not getting anything. Nothing. Nothing. Golly, this is insane. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I cannot believe this. I have not seen the market do this in sheesh, a really, really long time. All right. All right. Are we gonna do anything? No, we're not. So the only context that I could say that you might get a trade off of this would be something like if you did something like this and then you had stops like right here and then you were targeting that's still not good. It's still not gonna get that because that's not even a one to one. A one to one is gonna be about right here. And you could get that, but you know, it's just I think if it could easily rotate higher and then just kind of like take you out. It could just take you out, man. It could take you out on this trade. If you took a sell at this level of 521, price could easily pull right back up and then take you out. All right, all right, all right. Let's see if we're gonna get out of this range. But this would be a play if you got down to here, but it's definitely not no good A setup because if you don't have no volume, then you're probably just gonna come right back up here and you're gonna get messed up. At least we are moving. At least we're kind of moving. All right, now we're kind of moving, which is a good sign. Which is a good sign. Hmm. 600 would still be targets. 600 would still be targets. But we need to see what's up on this valve right here because we could just continue to sell back down because even though we're getting some movement to the upside, this is still inside of that box. This is still inside of that box. It's still inside of a box. So if prices starts trending down again, then it's just trending in that box. So until it breaks out, you really just don't have anything. All right, now we're finally, guys, finally. Oh my gosh, that took forever. All right, so now we're out. All right, so now let's see what happened. We got 25 seconds on that candle close. And let's see what happens. Don't just jump in the buy right now. See what kind of context you get. Let's wait 10 seconds and see what kind of context we get. Because it could have just easily just pull outside the value and then flip lower, come right back into that area, right? But if I was to take a trade, I probably would take a trade and I probably would do something like my stops would probably be like right down in here somewhere. That's where my stops would be. Oops, did not want to do that. My stops would be, let me see how far this is. See, that's not even a lot. That's not 91 ticks. And then you only way you're gonna be able to get a good win off of this is if you put your stop here and you could definitely get stopped out. So this is not, I mean it's just an okay setup. It's not that great. So you can take it if you want, but it's just not that great. It ticked me in, and I'm just watching it. So the only way this is gonna be like really, really good for really good is if price comes through 600. That's the only way that this trade setup is really, really gonna really be good because um yeah. I mean you can get 92 ticks. If you get 92 ticks, that's good, but it's just not the target is just not, you know what I'm saying? I mean the target is just okay. Right? You're up, but you see how long we had to wait for this? That's insane. That's way too long to get a win. Like way too long. Way too long. So now being at that's where I'm up right now, I would move to break even. Right? I would just move to break even just because price could just come right back down on me and I don't even want to deal with that. I don't even want to deal with that. I'll take a break even trade and just say whatever versus I'm going to wait and take a loss. But I really think if we can get through 600, if you can get some volume and get through 600 right now, it would all be worth it. It would all be worth it. So I would just move this here for right now. It doesn't mean anything. Um, it doesn't mean anything. It's just there for right now until I can find contacts. And right now, I don't really see I don't really have anything that's giving me any context. I don't really see anything. But if we can get above 600, then you could probably target like 650, which is right here. You could target 650. But you're gonna get some kind of reaction here. I hate when it does that. When it gets right on it, then it makes it really difficult for you to move. There it is. Yeah, see, it took me out. It took me out as I was moving it. But if you can get if you can your targets would definitely be at 600 at 600. See, we just don't have any volume. But I was not willing to risk that trade and risk me trading back down in here, having to wait for it to come all the way back up here to surpass this level to get here to possibly get here. Like it just at some point it just doesn't make sense, right? It just does not make sense. So we're gonna see if we're gonna test this value area right here, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're gonna see if we test it and see if we can bounce off of it to the upside, or if we're gonna close back into the range. Oh, okay. I see it. I see you got 50 ticks out of that one. Yeah, yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good. Yeah, it's when it moves slow like that, you got to be like real quick with it because if you don't, then yeah, it's gonna be hard to really stretch out to make some money. But good job, Ronald. Good job. Good job. Good job. I'll see you in the morning. So I'm probably gonna hang out probably just a couple more minutes and see if we break above that high, and then if we don't, then I'm just gonna call it a day. So all right, Ronald. I'll see you in the morning, man. All right, guys. So we're gonna wait and see if we get anything. But then after that, it's 11 o'clock. The latest I will ever stay on is gonna be 11:30, right? Because at 11:30, the markets just start willy-nilly until you get back around power hour. And power hour is at 3 o'clock EST. So if you don't get it before you get to 3 o'clock I mean before 11:30, then you'll really just have to wait till 3 o'clock. And of course, we're not gonna be here till 3 o'clock. So it's just small wins today. I choose to break even instead of taking that small win, but it's just small wins today. You know, Some people got some wins. That's cool. I closed out early because I didn't want to risk it. But it's just small wins today. It's nothing major. Nothing major. But I will absolutely be gone by 10:30 CST. Absolutely be gone. I will not trade. I'm never going to trade past 11:30 because that's when the market's not gonna really, it's not gonna really give you anything. You're just going to be waiting for the rest of the day. I think we're gonna let me see where are we at. Okay, so this is 600. Yeah, we still need to get above 600, man. We still need to get above 600. That's not enough to even trade. Even if you was to take a market execution right now, that's only like 60 something ticks. So I would not take that trade into 600. What price is most likely going to do, guys, is if you took a market execution right now, it will probably get you up here to 650. Because at this point, the market is telling me that it wants to buy, but you just don't know how long it's going to take, right? You don't know how long it's going to take. Now, throughout this day, you're most likely going to get to 650. You are, but you don't know what time the volume is going to kick in to get you there. And then if you take a buy, you don't know how much of a retracement you're going to get to the downside before you get up to 650, right? But price is telling you that it wants to trade higher and give you price discoveries up into these up, up higher. And I really believe it's going to get to, once you get past 600, you're going to get to uh 650. Let me see something. Yeah, 650 pull. So this area is not really valid anymore because as you can see on the tape, it was 650 and they pulled. See this half line right there? It's not going all the way through. They pulled. So that means if they had a limit order, let's say they had an order like this, right? Let's say it doesn't matter. It would actually be a sell limit. But if it was a pending order like this, that means they just did this. They took the X. They said they don't want to sell. So at this point, price is going to trade higher, guys. I mean, there's you can see that it wants to trade higher, but just to take a trade and just say I'll just hang out until we get up into this area is going to be a little hard for you to do because you're going to have to accept that drawdown when it starts to pull back on you, and you just don't know how far it's going to go back. But obviously, not obviously, but it's probably not going to go back. It's looking like if you had a stop loss here, that you'd probably be safe. You'd probably be safe right here because you got a high volume node that's sitting right here, and you got the value area high right here. It's tested the value area high, and that's probably where you're going to get your trade. I mean, that would be a safe stop loss, right? And then you could hold up to 650, right? You could hold up to 650. All right. So trading is all about probabilities and trading is all about risk. So you just have to ask yourself, is that risk worth me wanting to take? You can get a good stop loss if you get it here. Like if you get it right here, you can get a good stop loss because it's not going to kill you. It's going to be about 160, right? But then you need to ask yourself, how far is it from here to here? Well, it's 200. So you're good. So like right now, if you want to take a buy, you could take a buy, you could target this area, and then you could target like this. So now we got a one-to-one trade. You're up 15, 19 ticks, and now you just will be holding until you got to this area, right? So one-to-one trade, right? My stops would be right here until I got to around 60 or 50 or something, and then I would just move my stop into profit, and then I would just let the trade play out. Like if it played out and hit my um my break even, then it just played out and hit my break even. But sometimes there are days like this, man. You just have to wait, wait, wait. Because if you don't wait, 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 then you're either gonna decide you want to close the trade, or it's just gonna hit your stop loss. That's all that's gonna happen. Now you can see we're finally getting the volume that we wanted to take us up to that 650 area. And some days are just like this, man. Now we're up 64. So now I move my stops into profit, right? Now we're up 81, right? So in a market like this, I probably would just take when this volume dies out, I might just take my profits and go home. But we're rolling now. Sitting up at 86 ticks in profit, and we're the only ones left on. Everybody else, they're gone, which I don't blame them. I'd be gone too because you just don't want to sit here all day. You don't get into trading to sit in front of your computer all day. That's for the birds. But it just so happened right before 10:30, we got the volume to give us what we needed to get to take us into profit. Right? So if we can get to this area here, then we're good. But if volume starts to go, then you just take your take your money and go home. You're up 75 ticks. So, but when I've been sitting here like this gonna hit my this gonna hit my my stop loss. If I've been sitting there like that, I'll just let it hit it. I don't even care. I'll just let it hit it. But it won't be a loss. But if like I say, if we don't get the volume, we're not getting up here for a while. We'll get here at some point today, but I don't know what time. And that be your issue. You just don't know when that volume is gonna come in, right? You don't know when it's gonna come in. So we're up 70 ticks right now. Um, I'd love to see this trade. I mean, if we got to this rather quickly, I would be so happy. But if we don't, then we just don't. Because one thing about the markets, guys, you cannot make price do anything. You can't. It's gonna do what it wants to do, and that's gonna be the end of that. It's
Mis-
gonna do what it wants to do.
Good morning, Mr. J. This is Alta, and yes, I'm trying to hang out because I wanted to get a full understanding of how you really run your program here, or
So, so what we do, so whenever we're trading live, just
hmm
hang out, just hold all questions. And then once we're done, then
hmm
I will send you a Zoom and we can jump on a Zoom.
perfect.
All right, that'd be cool.
Okay.
All right, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, so we're up 82 right now. We're floating at 82. Um, We are floating at 82. We are floating at 89. This how it is. I'm not happy that we had to sit here for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, but I am happy that you guys got to see this and see how trading can be. Every day is not roses where we get a win in 5 minutes. It does not happen that way. We usually do, not in 5 minutes, but within the first 30 minutes, we usually do, but not all the time, right? Now, that one trade that I got out of first, that did produce a good win, right? A good win. But after that, the market just slowed down forever, man. It slowed down forever. So we're up 89. So right now, we're going to just target these targets. I'm going to stay in this trade for a while. I'm going to stay in this trade and see if we can get up here and see if we can get up here. So just looking at the tape, see what the tape gives us. See what the tape gives us. What the tape is showing. All right. So we want to see if we can break. We want to see, this is not a lot. So 650, 650, yeah, a little bit. But if we can break through 650, guys, we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll, roll, roll. But we need to get a breakthrough this 650 area right here. And it's trying to do it. If we can get a breakthrough 650, guys, it's on and popping. Just keep holding. Just keep holding the trade if we can get above 650. Now, you're probably going to get a reaction off 650 to the downside because you got 102 lots sitting at 650. But if we can break through 650, then, we'll be good. Now, if you wanted to take profits right here at 65, then you're more than welcome to. If you want to try to hold till you get to 650, you're more than welcome to. Or if you want to put your stops at break even, then which is down here, then you're more than welcome to. Right? But don't have your stops down here saying, not at this point, not when you're up 80 something ticks. You don't want to do that. You want to at least get to break even, which where it says plus 3, 4, whatever. That's where you need to be, right? You can aggressively trail right here if you want to. You can aggressively trail right here and be up 41, which is fine. And you'll see me sometimes move this because if price starts pulling down, I may move it a little bit, but I'm just trying to hold until I get to this area. But I would never let a winning trade go back on me and then come all the way down in this area and turn into a losing trade. Like that's something that you never, ever, ever want to do, right? You never want to do that. Never, 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 never. Very bad idea. So Price is giving us some business, which is good, which is good, which is good. We're headed towards 600. We're headed towards 600. 650. There we are, guys. We're headed towards 650. We're up 116. This has been a long morning, but it's been worth it. It's been worth it. It's been worth it because we're up, we're up, we're up, we're up. And at this point, if you wanted to close, you can because you're up, but prices should give us 650. Price should give us 650. And if price gives us 650, then I'm super happy. I'm going to look for some targets above 650. So let me see if I can see if there's anything above 650 that where we could potentially go to. It'd be 700. 700. Let me make sure I got that right. 29,700. That's up here, right? Boom. That's 29,700. So we're up 140 ticks right now, guys. That's insane. That's insane. That's an insane amount of money depending on how many contracts you got. That's insane. So we're up 136 right now, guys. We're holding for 650. It was so worth the wait. Even though it took 2 hours, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait because now I've secured in 75 ticks. I'm up 140. I'm securing 84 ticks. I'm up 140. Here's the targets right here. Targets are at 650. Targets are at 650. Those are your targets. That's your first target. So this, oh, you know what? I don't even have to do this. I can just move this. I forgot I had this here. Move this here. Take this off. What a phenomenal trade, guys. Phenomenal. Guys, that's why I tell you, it pays to wait. It pays to be patient. It pays to be patient. And I told you guys, I said 10:30 my time, Central Standard Time, I'm getting off. And we got the volume right before that, and we're up 159 ticks. We're headed towards 650. Boom. To me, if that was my targets, I would just close because I'm already close enough. We're up 176 ticks, guys. All this is on video. So when I post this video in the chat, this YouTube live, it's going to be crazy and I'm not going to edit it either. It's a long video and I'm not going to edit it. It's just going to be 2 hours long if you want to watch it. Boom. 206 ticks, guys. 206 ticks, guys. 206 ticks. I'm securing 142 ticks right now. And price is still pushing, guys. Look at that. Look at that. 222 ticks. 222 ticks. 224. Guys, this is amazing. Amazing. Volume by tick is just at 80%. We are rolling. Look at the tape, guys. Look at the tape. Look at the tape. Look at the tape. We are rolling, guys. Headed towards 29,700. 29,700 would be my targets. 29,700. But I'm so good right now. I'm so happy right now. I'm probably just gonna close because we hit our targets. Boom. I'm just gonna close. I'm just gonna close, guys. That was phenomenal. That was freaking phenomenal. Now I'm not gonna hold all the way up here, but if we had a lot of volume, man, I'm telling you that target could get tagged. Look at that. Price is still going. I'm telling you, price is gonna most likely hit that target today. I just don't know what time. It may not happen in this session, but we held out and we got the move, and price is still trading higher, guys. That was a phenomenal trade. So I am going to stop this live, and that's what happens, guys. When you be patient and wait, you get the bag. So if you guys want to trade with me live, hit the link in the description. And yeah, guys, yeah. Peace in the Middle East.